Hi everyone, Shadowsun here. Welcome back to my channel. Hope the noise in the background isn't too much. In this video, I am really excited. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. So in this video, I want to talk more on dreams and dream interpretation. So in a prior video, I discussed dreams, and I also have a post along with that video as well. You can check the description for more info. I'll have the video linked as well as the blog post, so you can read those or watch the video, whichever one you want to do, or do both. I talk about dream interpretation, what my thoughts are on it, how I think personally it's beneficial for people to do their own dream work and dream interpretation themselves. However, I want to talk about how I interpret my own dreams, what I start with, and what I use in my own personal practice. So when it comes to dream interpretation, I start with the symbols in the dream. So I write down as much symbols as I can. I write down, the people, the places, the actual context of the dream that is going on, what's going on in the dream, who am I with, what am I doing, that kind of thing, because that will allow me to understand what those symbols are and how they apply. Then what I like to do is I like to keep a dream diary. I haven't done this in a while, mainly because I haven't had a chance to figure out which way I want to do it. I have a couple of writing implements that I use, and sometimes one turns on faster than the other, and I want to be able to write it down as soon as I get up. This is where I wish I could handwrite in some aspects, but that aside, I usually kept it on a file that I labeled as a dream diary, and I would write down the date, I would write down the time, I would write down all the important information that was in the dream as much as I could right when I woke up. Because having that dream diary, and I'm going to bring that up again, I'm going to keep figuring out a way to do a dream diary for myself. I might end up just recording it or something auditorily, because sometimes that might help. However you choose to keep your diary is up to you, but I like to have a whole diary dedicated to dreams because dreams are very significant in some way. There's a lot of metaphor and symbolism that goes into dreams. So what I like to do is I like to write down as much as possible, as much details as I can, so that as I go back through the record, I'm able to see patterns, I'm able to see significances, I'm able to see how the seasons affect me. I feel like the seasons play a large majority of roles in our lives, including what our dreams will be like. Even the seasons in our lives, but the seasons that you're in naturally can apply. Maybe you're having more dreams at a specific time of the year that are more insightful or impactful or vivid or something of that nature. I sometimes get precognitive information in dreams, and I want to make a whole video on precognitive dreams and a blog post. So that'll be coming as soon as I can get around to making it. But I think that keeping a record of your dreams can allow you to notice those patterns and those significances for what the dream is like. And one of the final points that I like to do with dream interpretation is I like to look up a few symbols that are traditional. So for example, I had a few dreams in the last couple of days, one of which was about somebody moving away. And I had thought that and I had lost contact in the dream. Well, it turns out that the relationship in which this person in question was changing for me. So it didn't mean that that person was moving. It just meant that the relationship in which I was having with that person in my waking life was going to change. And I also had that same dream with somebody passing away. And for me, dreams about people passing away, traditionally for me, is changes, large scale changes. And I know from reading, death dreams usually mean change of some sort, whether a change in a relationship or a change in my own life, whether it's a death of a job of a person or my own, maybe I'm changing, maybe I'm growing. Also, I think that looking up the traditional meanings of those symbols allow you to understand how they apply to your life. So what I like to do is, let's say I had the dream about death, I would look up what death traditionally means, So maybe a change, and maybe I am going through a large scale change. We're all going through large scale changes, and maybe that applies. So it's taking those core traditional symbols and applying them to your own personal dreams is how I like to look at it. And finally, if I really get stuck, like if I have no idea what's going on and I've tried interpreting my own dream, maybe I'll do divination on it as well. I might incorporate a form of divination, maybe a card pull through like a playing card or a crystal, or maybe I will, meditate on the dream itself. That is something I did not get into in the post below, but I wanted to mention it here. However, I will also seek outside help. So maybe I might go to a dream interpretation person or somebody who does a lot of stuff with dream work as part of their practice, and I'll ask them for insight, because that will allow me to provide, or will provide me an insight into what that dream is about that I may have missed. Maybe I missed something. And they do it all the time, so maybe there's something that they can readily catch that I would not. So those are just some ways that I do dream interpretation. I would highly recommend reading the description below. I have an article on some interesting history regarding dreams and the subconscious, so I'd highly recommend checking that out, as well as the blog post and previous video that are in the description below. So hope you all are well. Stay safe, everyone. And if you like what you see so far, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Many blessings to you all.